Welcome back. I'm Michelle Murad.
And I'm Kyle Trueblood.
Welcome to Good Day Live. We want to know where you're tuning in from.
We're live in Los Angeles at Studio Place on Sway TV. Pretty good here on Good Day Live.
We're pretty great here
Pretty
on Good Day
content
Live.
here.
This is a talk show.
Talk show.
We are the only talk show on Amazon Live.
Yes.
We're not just trying to bring great products, but we also are all about shop-attainment, which basically means we are entertaining you as you shop. I mean, could you have an easier life? I mean, I think what people say to us is that we're the dynamic duo on daytime television.
They say that a lot.
This is my purpose. I clearly have been given the gift of gab and connection.
You're so good, though. You're such a natural.
Thank you.
And by the way, you have a sparkle in your eye.
Thank you.
That I think most hosts need
Really?
to resonate with the audience.
Right,
you have that sparkle.
Every day,
Every day.
every day,
Every day.
every day, you're hustling.
You're hustling.
Every day. But I need the Aquasonic Black Series Ultra Teeth Whitening Toothbrush.
You can get this for what, $1.99?
I got the Jackery. I got the Jackery. It's a coffee.
F-F-E.
Coffee.
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 Get a coffee.
Get a coffee.
Get a coffee, get some water.
Get a coffee and get some water.
Just a small town girl.
Just a city boy. And you only hold me tight. You can also buy this awesome karaoke machine on Amazon. Thank you so much. You have made my birthday
Thank you.
week. Happy birthday! I just feel like we're part of like history right now.
Say soulmates. Work soulmates.
Work soulmates. Welcome to Good Day Live. I'm Michelle Murad. Today is October the 20th, 2022.
I'm Kyle Trueblood.
So happy to be here with you in the studio. This is Kyle Trueblood.
How you doing?
How are you, Kai?
I'm better now.
Yeah.
Hope you guys are having a good day out there. If you're not, we'll help you out.
Yeah, we are so happy to be here in the studio with you. Let us know where you're tuning in from. We got the chat, so let us know what is up, what is cooking. We got a really big day today. We have Oba Babatunde in the studio. Not yet, but he'll be here shortly. He's an Emmy Award-winning actor, a Tony winner. Emmy winner, a Tony nominee, and a million other things that he's done.
He's been in Dreamgirls. He was in Broadway.
I know. I'm excited.
I love that name too.
We're your dream girls.
Oba Babatunde.
We'll make
It has a ring to it. It has like a nice bounce to it.
Yeah, we're your dream
Babatunde.
girls, boy. We'll always be there.
Love it. What was your favorite performance of his?
I would have to say, I'm obsessed with Dreamgirls.
Okay.
I did not see him on Broadway,
I
but
didn't either.
I think it's pretty cool. And then he's also known as the Horse Whisperer, so we're gonna get into that, which is super interesting that he's the Horse Whisperer.
Yeah.
You're
So
the Dog
second-
Whisperer.
I was gonna take second behind Burt Ward.
Oh yeah, oh Burt Ward, we love Burt Ward.
Yeah.
I think what's really cool about this week, it's been a musical week.
It has been a musical
It's
week.
been a musical week. We had an incredible lineup this week with
Miss Kim Hale.
musicians.
Dancers.
Mecca came in,
Yeah.
started off the week.
Yeah.
I mean, this week has been just flying by, but like just on a
It is.
musical note.
It's already Thursday. That is weird.
How is
Is
it
it flying
weird?
by for you guys as well? Flying by
How
for
is
me.
it weird? Let
It
us
doesn't
know
usually
if it's
fly by.
flying by for you guys.
Yeah.
This doesn't fly by for you?
What do you mean?
What do you mean?
I
What do
hope
you
my
mean?
life doesn't just fly by, but this week has been.
Oh yeah, this week has flown by. I'm super like when I look back at the people that have been on the show, like there's just it's cool to see that there's a theme for each week. And this week
Oh.
was music.
This one was music.
This one was music, a little music and love.
Everything involving music, dance, singing, not just making music. People that dance to music, people that sing on top of it.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, Dexter Carr, one of the most incredible choreographers, was on yesterday with Miss Kim Hale, who just won the Industry Dance Awards icon.
Right.
Not icon, I'm sorry. Most, I think it was inspiring,
Oh, that makes sense.
most influential person of 2022.
Extremely inspiring and influential.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
her gait, like I just saw her walking about a week ago.
Wait,
and
you
could
really
just,
did?
Yeah, I was at the Grove
And you
with
saw
one of my
her?
friends. Yeah, we were eating by the fountain, and you could just pick Kim out of a crowd.
Of course you
I
can.
spotted
It's
her
Kim
immediately.
Hale.
She was her
Did
walk,
she come up to you?
her gait.
Did you say
she
hi?
Didn't, yeah, of course. Her walk, her gait was just like very noticeable.
That's awesome.
And so I'm eating, and I was like, Kim, and she's on her phone,
Did
like
she know who you were?
and immediately she was like, hi. We like stood up, started the whole thing. Yeah.
That's nice.
Yeah, and shout out to Dexter Carr as well, being named the
Yes.
first athlete by Nike.
That's
a
awesome.
power move by both Nike and Dexter.
Yeah, and then where Kent came on yesterday.
Yes.
Well, it's called Kent, but where Kent
Yes.
is their Instagram handle. Stacey and Jeff Grace were super cool. The first
Awesome.
first ever Shark Tank contestants in a live studio audience, live.
And they won. They got a deal.
Got, yeah, $200,000 for
bidding
15%
war.
of their company. It's
Yeah.
pretty incredible.
That's
And
great.
yeah, did you know that her husband's actually a comedian and a director during the day as his day job?
He said he was teaching directing and
really?
acting. Yeah.
Yeah, isn't that cool?
That's great.
Yeah.
I feel like I've seen him somewhere before.
He has that familiar look.
He does have that familiar
It must have
look.
been on Shark Tank.
Maybe.
Maybe.
I saw him at the Comedy Store. Who knows?
Maybe you did.
It's been a good week though.
It's been a great week.
And just to continue and finish
Mhm.
off the music,
Yeah.
Oba Babatunde, big singer.
Oba Babatunde, yes, an incredible actor. He's also on SWAT on CBS. Like the guy's killing it.
He's killing it.
Killing
He's
it.
been in like a billion
That
things.
name sets you up for success.
He has one of those faces where you're like, oh, I've seen him in 1,000 things.
Yeah. I think we have some footage from yesterday. Let's take a peek.
First in the
Hi, Sharks. I'm Stacy.
And I'm Jeff, husband of the boss.
We're here seeking $200,000 in exchange for 5% equity in our company. So, Sharks, who's ready to revolutionize the apparel industry as we know it?
All right. So I'm going to give you the same offer as the other two sharks, 200,000, 15%.
Welcome back to Good Day Live, and we have Stacy and Jeff Grace. Welcome to the show. Bravo, bravo.
Of course.
Of course. And you guys were the first company to secure a deal on the first live Shark Tank event that aired as season 14 opening episode. Oh, this is amazing.
We've had our eye on Damon. He's a veteran in the fashion industry, has so much knowledge, and is just an incredible person too. So we had the opportunity to chat with him recently, and he's just a really great guy.
What was it like being the very first people? Well, you're not the first people, but the first group of people to do this live. What was that experience? Were you nervous?
It was exhilarating. I think the live audience was on our side for sure. They want to see a deal. I think people at home root for the entrepreneur.
Yeah.
They don't root for the shark to get a great deal. They want the entrepreneur to get a great deal.
Of course.
So we-
Stacey and Jeff Grace, amazing. You guys are so cool. Get Kent, plant your pants, and save the world. And your wardrobe will look super cute. It was lovely having you.
Super fun and very positive.
Yeah, you guys are hilarious and very funny, and we had a really nice time chatting with you guys.
Yeah.
Felt very welcome.
Awesome.
Really impressed with the setup you have here.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's good.
All right, let me try this Pop-Tart.
Can I get paid for this?
That's it.
Definitely need the protein because I'm breastfeeding.
I'm not breastfeeding, and I like the protein as well. So.
To Silo TV. I am your host, Natasha Phillips, and today
Aw.
we have
We love Natasha.
We love Natasha.
Wherever you are, we are sending hellos to you.
She has such a good stage presence, Natasha.
She's so beautiful. I love Natasha. We all love Natasha
I
here.
love Natasha.
We also love Stacy and Jeff Grace. I literally blanked on their names when I was saying goodbye to everyone for the day because I was so excited.
Yeah. it's
I was
okay.
like, I mean,
You
we
held
had
it together.
Dexter Carr, we had Kim Hale, and then I was like, and then we had Stacy and Kent. I mean,
Yeah.
and I'm
amazing
blanking.
guests with us,
Okay.
Stacey and Jeff Grace.
But yeah, so
Okay.
they were here for a very full day yesterday. They
Full
were
day.
on, yeah, they were on Silo TV, which is our startup network, all about entrepreneurs and starting up their businesses and their brands, which is really, really, really cool. And that's here at Studio Place in Los Angeles, California. If you don't know where we are, speaking of don't know where you are, sometimes I find myself not knowing where I am, and I've been interviewing random people on the street.
Are you Michelle Pfeiffer?
Are you Michelle Pfeiffer? Let's take a look at one of the clips of what it's like for Michie on the street. Which one shall we go with today?
I love the facial
The facial girl,
and
the Dodge, or the facial girl?
what's
or-
Westwood? What's down here?
Oh, you didn't
that's
see
the
Westwood?
one where you met the
we
guy
can't play.
who knew,
Yeah, well, let's not play. Let's not play Westwood. Westwood.
No?
No, let's not play Westwood. Let's not play Westwood
No?
today. How about let's go with Michelle Pfeiffer. This was my. So can I set this up before you play this? So I have Kyle knows this, and a lot of people that know me know that I am constantly creating content. Whether it's just like writing it down or just like coming up with it in my brain, and it like kind of just like flows out of my like eyeballs and my mouth, like everything. And Andy and I did the first Michie on the Street was actually not for Michie on the Street. It was for something else. It was another show that I had created.
Okay.
And I was like, let's film the promo for that, and let's come up. And it's what's so funny is like when you start. It's just so funny how when you make a plan to do one thing, something else can come out of that.
Yeah, for sure.
And so we were planning to shoot the opening of the sequence, looking for, I'm not going to share because I do believe in this show very much, looking for the next big thing, kind of like an American Idol, esque. Can I talk to
I'm
it?
just
No,
the
apparently not.
sign next to you with Pumpkin is back.
Pumpkin is back.
with Michie right there.
I
It's
know,
just so
it's fall. I know, it's so fall. Love this dress. Thank you, Rent the Runway. It's so cute. I get so many compliments on this dress. But you never know what you're going to get when you hit the streets, especially here in Brentwood. Take it away.
Pump will make little cupcakes.
Sorry to interrupt you. I'm crossing up here.
Oh, please do.
You're not Michelle Pfeiffer. Are you Michelle Pfeiffer?
Am I Michelle Pfeiffer?
No, you're not. You're too ugly for that. I'm a good-looking man. I'm a white.
Billy on the street, did you get that? He just said I was too ugly to be Michelle Pfeiffer. Wow. I mean, I kind of have to agree. I'm not ugly. But I mean, Michelle Pfeiffer, come on. My name is Michelle. I think I'm pretty good looking. Am I Michelle Pfeiffer? That's hilarious. You got that, right? Am I Michelle Pfeiffer?
No, you're not. You're too ugly for that.
So, Michie on the Street has become like a big hit. People love it. Our guests are going to start getting involved, which is super, super exciting. So it's so fun when you start off with an idea. Sometimes something even bigger and better comes along the way.
Wait, our guests are gonna start getting involved?
Yes, I'm super excited for our guests getting involved.
Who's getting involved?
I think Cash Money is going to come on
Hovey.
one day. Yeah, Cash
Love it.
Hovey is going to make an
I
appearance.
can see that.
Yeah. I don't know what he's going to be. You know what's really funny about this is that people just gravitate to me when I'm on the street, especially with a microphone. What?
No, it's just the Michelle Pfeiffer one, the Dodge. It's like they're gravitating
I mean,
somewhere.
You can't make up this content. This content is so like.
I kind of like you like getting people out of the street, like even if they don't come to you. Michelle's got the energy where she's just like, you're gonna talk to me for a second. Come here. Let me ask you a
I miss
question.
the bar mitzvah dancer in me.
It's great.
Yeah, because you used to get people literally, they'd be sitting in their chairs, and 19-year-old Michelle would just like go up to them and be like, "What are you doing? Come
Yeah,
on,
I
let's
could see
go.
that.
Let's
I could
dance.
see that.
Let's dance. Let's get it going."
The brevity that you have after that lunatic asked you if you were Michelle Pfeiffer.
I told Andy, I said, our
Very
producer,
well.
if you guys are tuning in for the very first time, I told Andy, our producer, I said, did we get that? Was it filming?
Yeah.
Can we follow him? He's like, no.
Please
Don't
don't
follow
follow
the guy.
him.
I was like, what do you mean?
Oh my
This
God.
is comedy gold.
Oh, God.
Comedy gold. That's
Scared
how
for
my
you
brain.
sometimes. I'm very
What?
scared for you sometimes.
You know, my mom always taught me that, like, because, recently there's been a lot of, like, crazy in my life.
It's not Whoville. Right.
It's not Whoville, but she said if you take a look at it from the lens of a comedy, things will be easier for you. And so when she told me that, I was able to ingest and digest the things that have happened in my life. Mind blown, right?
Jeannie.
Jeannie, Dr. Allegra, we love you so much wherever you
Dr.
are.
Allegra.
Yeah, that's
I like that.
her last name.
I like
she
that.
kept her maiden name. She was very big on
did.
keeping her maiden name. She was very big because she was a doctor. She was like, she didn't want to be Dr. Murad.
My mom,
because
same thing.
Yeah, she didn't want to be Dr. Murad. She wanted to be Dr. Allegra, which is great. And you know what Allegra means?
What?
Upbeat
Oh, good.
and happy.
My mom didn't want to be Dr. Trueblood because that sounds like a witch doctor, but you know,
Well,
to each his own.
What's your mom's maiden name?
Calendar.
Calendar. Oh,
Mm.
right. That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's
Dr.
super.
Calendar.
Dr. Calendar.
Yeah.
Oh, I
Has
feel
a
like
clean
I feel like
feel.
they would like each other. They would have
Yeah,
liked.
yeah,
They would have
yeah.
liked each
Yeah,
other.
yeah, for sure.
R.I.P. Mommy. R.I.P. Mommy.
Love you,
That
Jeannie.
sounds so weird.
Still blowing my
That
mind.
sounds so weird.
Still blowing
You
my
know what-
mind.
you know
I'm looking at
what's-
everything like a comedy now.
Okay, I have to tell you what happened this morning. So this is like day 5 of Charlotte not feeling. So she's better,
Okay.
but like it has been like this. Like she's just. I don't know. I think it was the shot that she got, where she's allergic to something, and like so I gotta take her back. Like
You gotta take it back.
yeah, it's a whole process. But like
I
this
bet.
morning I went to go get one single shot of espresso.
Mhm.
Right?
Mhm.
I like wasn't totally awake. I mean,
Mhm.
but it was like 6 o'clock in the morning.
You went to get coffee at 6 in the morning?
Yeah,
Why don't you just wake up naturally first?
I do. And then I go get then I get coffee and then
At
I work
6 in
out.
the morning?
Yeah.
Oh, and then you work out.
Yeah.
You know, I hear coffee's good to have before you work out.
Well, you know, I probably shouldn't be having coffee, period. But like, it's a thing
I was
for
gonna
me.
get there.
I like it. I
Mhm.
I
Yeah.
like it.
Hey.
It's the what is it?
I think everyone does one thing that's not good for them. One thing.
I mean, if that's the worst thing that I do, then I'm in good shape.
Not bad.
Not bad, Murad. Not bad.
You were saying?
Okay, so I woke up, took Charlotte to Coffee Bean. BTS.
By the
It should
way,
be
or
BT
behind the
yeah,
scenes?
BT, would it be BTW?
Yeah, that's BTW.
BTW.
Yep.
This dress is Rent the Runway.
Yep. Looks great.
Thank you.
Mhm.
I got this. It doesn't come with, but it has a super chic plaid blue and yellow coat
Cool.
that to wear like when it gets colder. It's so chic.
Cool.
And I was wearing it because I wanted, when I step out of my house,
It's chilly.
I'm not wearing yoga pants and a sweatshirt unless
Right.
I'm going to Pilates.
Right.
So like I was already dressed and like I went, even though like I hadn't worked out yet, like I went dressed up to go get what I needed to get with Charlotte.
Dressed
And-
up in this?
Yeah.
Hold on. It's 6 in the morning. You put this dress on
But
to
I
go
had
get
I
coffee.
had a
Then take it
coat.
off. Put your workout stuff on.
Yeah.
Go work out. Come back. Put the dress back on.
I have an image to uphold.
We're just gonna move on.
I'm an on-camera personality. I'm not going to show up in sweatpants and a hoodie.
At least one of us won't.
I mean, I will like when I'm going to class.
If you saw me walking my dog in the morning, you'd be embarrassed. Like, Kyle, what are those?
Wait, what are those? Do you
Pajamas, old T-shirt,
No, Kyle.
purple shoes.
No.
Mhm.
Okay, I guess that's normal. But for me, if I'm going to like coffee,
Normal's somewhere in between us.
I didn't wear my shoes.
I don't think either one of
I
us.
didn't
is
wear my
normal.
shoes. I didn't wear
Those
my
are
shoes.
nice.
Thank
I like
you.
the
Are
color.
They beautiful? Right?
The color, though.
Right?
I'm a green guy.
They're not green. They're blue velvet.
That's blue?
Yeah, right?
I think I have a new favorite color.
Yeah, they're beautiful.
Blue velvet. What is this? Velvet? What's that from?
I don't know what that's from.
You don't know what that's from?
Bruce Almighty.
No.
Oh. Yeah.
What is
Anchorman.
this? Velvet?
Anchorman?
No.
Step Brothers.
Nope. Although I do quote from, you named my top 3 most quotable movies.
I don't know.
Coming to America.
Maybe I feel like Baba would have been in that too.
He probably is. Is he?
I don't know. You should probably look that up before he gets here over here any minute.
Right?
But so I didn't wear. So the shoes.
If he's not, he should have been.
by the way,
Wait.
the shoes did not have a. I noticed
No, it's not him.
they didn't come with 2 shoe bags. There's only 1 shoe bag.
What does that mean?
What? Okay. Every night before when you take them off,
Yeah.
I I'll clean the inside and then I'll stuff them back up and then put them in their little bags. They have little bags and then you put them in the box and you close the box up. Anyway, it didn't come with 2 shoe bags.
So?
It's a dust bag. So this is not. I'm not talking about like
Nikes.
TJ Maxx.
Yeah.
I'm talking about
$2,000 shoes.
These are not $2,000 shoes. But
Yeah.
That brings me to another. I can't even say what I want to say because it's so funny.
Why?
Well, because it was between these and another pair of shoes, and like I decided to go with these ones as opposed to the other one.
Show
and
the audience what
person,
we're talking about here. Can you see that? Boom.
They're beautiful.
Those
they're
are blue velvet.
They're so Michelle.
They're velvet.
But so are the other ones are amazing because
Okay.
like they're amazing. They're mesh ankle. Here, like the fact that you're listening to this is awesome.
I have to.
I know.
It's not like I asked at all.
They're ankle mesh booties. Gorgeous.
Okay.
With like rhinestone, like not rhinestone, I'm sorry, crystal around like the top of the toe. Look, there I am. There I am. Like, I fell in love with these shoes when I saw the pink ones.
Okay.
And I was like, I've been obsessing over, look at my face. I'm such a nerd. I'm like look, it
Yeah,
looks
I see
like
it.
I'm
I see it.
holding like an Academy Award with a smile right there. Look at this smile.
Yeah.
I
You
was like,
definitely think of it like
but it
an
was
Academy
between
Award.
those
Mhm.
and another pair, and the other pair were almost double the amount this one was.
Okay.
When I went back to go get them,
Mhm.
it was between the other ones and these ones. And
Mhm.
she's like, and
At this juncture, what would a woman say?
awesome.
Okay.
Actually,
Awesome.
Carrie Ann told me I should text her to get her opinion on the shoes.
You
She's
should.
Like, she's like,
She's got
don't
great
text
style.
Kyle, like text me. So
Yeah,
I
yeah.
did. I text messaged her the shoes and that I was looking at, and she was just like, oh, she goes, I love the black ankle booties with the mesh, with the crystal. Oh my, okay. I want, go back one to Neiman because those ones are I think are more suited for. Look at these. Are they sick or what?
34, 35.
Look at these. Look at these shoes, Kai.
I see them.
That's all you get.
That's all you get.
Scroll down a little bit. Show like how amazing these things are on. Like
They're all right.
what? All right.
Oh, they're see-through.
Yes.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, right. Look, and then the toe. I mean,
Yeah.
I mean,
Little
they're
toe
perfect for
peeking.
fall.
Pretty sick.
Yeah, they're pretty sick
Pretty
shoes.
sick.
So when I went back to go get these, the sales associate was like, "Are you getting the blue ones because they're cheaper?" And I was like, "Cheaper? Like, I'm sorry.
Hold on, time out.
What?
Did he
Where-
just ask? What did you say? He asked you if
You're
you're
getting
getting
the
them
blue ones because they're cheaper.
That's
Yeah.
like something you would ask me.
I
They're
just-
not entitled to ask you that.
No, she didn't even say that. She just like said, "You're getting the blue ones because they're cheaper." And I said, "Okay, first of all, cheap and Jimmy Choo do not go hand
First
in
of all, are you getting the commission on this? Because you're
Yeah.
not anymore. Go get somebody else. That's not how you talk to a customer.
Andy, can you go back to Neiman Marcus real quick?
I kind of want to go back to Neiman and
We're
be like,
shopping. We're shopping while we're talking.
how dare you?
You're welcome. These are the ones I actually want.
Don't ever in your
look at
life.
These ones are at Neiman Marcus.
I'm protective over Mish.
Yeah, me too.
Don't
Kyle,
ever.
Kyle, these ones are super sick. Look at these. Do you like the other ones better?
No.
Aren't these amazing?
like these more.
Yeah, right? Like
Yeah.
look at the texture on these.
You know where I'm at right now?
What?
I'm looking at the angle that your foot has to be to just get in those. And I'm baffled. I just don't understand. You're basically doing like
This
a
is gonna be
ballerina
great
move.
this is gonna be great for the red carpet on the 19th.
Hey,
Or, I mean, the blue ones are great too. But that's how my brain works. Like I already know what I would wear.
the ankles. My ankle's getting sore just looking at that thing.
These shoes are amazing. I love these shoes so much.
Speaking of ankles, Protege.
Oh yeah, Protege is great too.
Protege, they got that patent on the comfort.
Yeah. No, I got an email from Ron from Protege last night.
So did I.
You did?
Yeah. Is that okay?
Yeah, no, of course. Was it like a whole like email about like how great? Yeah.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
Is that all right?
No, of course. Why wouldn't it be all right?
I don't know. You were like,
you're-
you did?
I mean, I don't know what. Sorry, it's a
It's
weird.
okay.
Am I that like a like? I don't even know.
Ask
what
yourself
I
that
don't-
question.
I
I
don't-
have no idea. Listen,
No, I know the answer
You
to
make
it.
a bed, you sleep in it.
Like what? Is that a Tony Soprano thing now?
It's a Hispanic grandmother. Abuelita usually says that.
Which abuelita says this?
Abuelita.
Who?
A grandmother?
Yeah, but like
A Spanish grandmother?
I know, but which one? How do you get this?
Technically,
Technically,
it's from the grandmother from Bad Boys 2. That's what she
you
says.
just make a generalization from a movie.
It wasn't general.
You just said it's from an abuelita.
Yeah, that's true. It was a generalization. It's from an abuelita. That's pretty specific.
It was from an abuelita, but you said it would be from like a Spanish grandmother.
It would be.
But it was only one.
And I have a reference.
One.
Well, no, she's representing all of them.
You can't say that.
Why not?
That's like saying like Legally Blonde is representing all blondes.
Why couldn't she?
Because she's not. Not all blondes are like getting like LSATs and like, going to Harvard.
How do you know?
I mean,
What if they could?
they
What if all
can.
blondes could? Who are you
The
to say
second
not?
I
They
dyed
couldn't.
my hair or got my hair highlighted, I
Yeah.
could go to Harvard.
There you go.
Oh, maybe I should. No.
We
I'm good.
digress.
I'm good.
Let's get back to the shoes.
Yeah, let's get back to shoes. Protege is amazing. We love Protege. Candace Chen was
Oh,
on.
here we go.
The technology on these are amazing. I said they should sell their technology to every shoe brand.
Hidden. They got
And I
hidden
think that's
purpose.
I think that might be the goal, truly, because
Yeah.
because actually Nike and Cole Haan, teamed up, and I remember getting a pair of shoes from them, and it was so comfortable. I
Yeah.
could run in them.
That's why I'm like,
Why did I get rid of those shoes? They're so beautiful. They were white and green.
yeah, I don't know. It's already uncomfortable to put your foot in that angle. Why not make it
No, this
kind of
is-
comfortable?
These are so cozy.
Cozy.
Cozy. They
Your
feel like
foot's out.
slippers.
Okay.
My foot's out?
Yeah.
Yeah. but
I can
they're-
see your whole foot. It's cozy.
Yeah, because it's like
good job.
it's velvet.
Oh, it's velvet.
And
That's
it's
right.
so structurally well made. I love Jimmy Choo.
Okay.
Those
I've
other-
never put Dexter Carr would know.
No, Dexter had amazing shoes. That's what I said on the voice
He had
memo
like
I left
spike
him.
heels.
I was like, those didn't look comfortable.
Not at all. But they looked like cool shoes.
They are cool shoes.
Yeah. You know what he reminded me of?
Who?
Have you ever seen The Fifth Element with Bruce
Yes,
Willis and Chris
yes,
Tucker?
Yes.
He reminded me of Chris Tucker's character.
Did Chris Tucker have dreads?
He had his hair changed like every scene. But he
Since
did
we're-
have pumps on.
Did he?
Yes.
Well, since we're already talking about shopping, it only makes sense to go into our carousel.
You know what? Great segue.
Thanks. I mean, we are on Amazon.
We are on
this is what I
Amazon.
do.
We don't have commercials. And who are our commercials?
We are your commercials, so you're welcome.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
You're welcome. This is what I did last night. I went to Amazon.
Mm.
I went to Amazon.
Mhm.
I went to Neiman's. I went to Saks. That's my recoup.
You like went there
time.
like physically?
No,
Oh.
I like on my computer.
Oh, okay.
Cause I was feeling so exhausted from Charlotte. I'm not kidding. Like,
Remember the 90s when we used to just stop by all these stores?
no,
It would take 2 days.
no, that's why I don't like it.
I used to love shopping.
I mean, I told this to Andy. I said I only can do it if there are less items in the store.
Okay. But I love online shopping now. It's like you could just
Yeah,
bing, bing, bing,
yeah.
cherry
Like,
pick.
I don't mind going to Rodeo Drive and walking into those stores, but like every time I would go to like a department store with
Mm.
my mom, and I would just be like, and I would get it from my dad though, because my
What?
dad would be like, "Let's go, like let's
Too
go."
many items?
What?
Too many
Too
items?
many items, too many people. It's just like too much.
Huh, that's weird.
What do you mean that's weird? It's a thing.
For a woman?
No,
Women love shopping.
this one doesn't.
You
This is-
love
I
shopping.
love shopping, but not in crowded stores.
Okay.
I mean, Neiman Marcus I could do.
I think everyone goes to Rodeo
Saks I
for
could
the crowd, for the
They
clout.
also go for Mishy on the street, apparently.
For the clout.
For the clout.
Yeah.
Yeah, they go for Mishy on the street. Speaking
Speaking
of
of
the
the
clout,
clout, we got the Cloud Massage Shiatsu. Fix
Yes.
your feet, fix your back, foot massager
your feet,
machine,
fix your back.
$229, marked down from $269. How many percentages? That's like 15%.
I don't know.
Marked down 15%. I did the math in my head. Yes?
Go
no?
for it.
Cricket Explorer Air 2.
You're carrying it, man.
No one's carrying it, okay? It's called the Michelin Kyle Show.
Did you say Mitchell?
Michel.
Is that my
$199
name?
with a flat cent. Yeah, Michel. Keurig K Elite Coffee Maker, single serve, $127.99.
You know,
Not a
you
competition.
like the Mishy thing, like Mishy, like everyone wants to call me that now.
You're welcome.
Thanks.
Yeah,
I was called Mishy before you, by the way.
I don't think so.
I was in grade school.
In grade school?
Yes.
By one person?
My best friend in grade school called
Was
me
it the
Mish.
90s?
When I was in grade school. we
I'm
don't
not
have to
competing
go
with a
there.
second
Yeah.
grader, I'll tell you that right now. Lavoie Air Purifier for home allergy and pets, $99.99.
Are you out of your mind?
SodaStream Terra Sparkling Water can be healthy or unhealthy. Who knows? $159.95. Depends on if you put the soda in. You don't have to.
You don't have
But
to.
you could.
Mm-hmm.
It's futuristic. You'll love it.
Super futuristic.
Now you want space for activities. Xterra Fitness TR150 folding treadmill, $385.92. Hair straightener comb, which I have never used because I don't have hair, $49.99. But Michelle can tell you how great it is. The Vitamix E310 Explorian, however, $349.95. It's a great price for me. Get your blades because no one wants banana that's chunky in their smoothie because it's called a smoothie for a reason. It needs to be smooth. Moving right along. You wanna?
The Yasuda indoor cycling bike, stationary bike, $23.99. Are you out of your mind?
Mark down 50%.
Yes! And the Aero Garden Harvest Elite with gourmet herbs.
We breeze over this a little too hard. This is a garden inside of the house. This is a garden inside of the house.
Yeah, a garden inside of the house.
Yes. 204.89 We're your commercials, so just
Yes,
bear with us for 2 more minutes.
Yeah,
we'll get it out
and
of
then
your
we'll
hair.
have our special guest in a moment, which
Can't
I'm
wait.
so excited
Can't
for.
wait.
I
Yeah,
know.
yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
keep going. Oh wait,
All
you
right.
have to
It's
wait.
coming.
It's
We have to
coming.
wait. We have
I
to be
know.
patient.
We have to
Be
wait.
patient.
I can't be patient, man.
No?
You know
I know.
that's a thing.
I'm with you on that.
My patient skills. I'm working on them.
It's okay.
You get your air purifier for your home large room.
So-
Purify your air and get
That's right.
air conditioning at the same time.
Yep.
And then you got the cycle.
The Desk
Desk
Cycle 2, Under Desk, and then the Outland Living Series 403. It comes in espresso brown, which is pretty cool. $713.71. We'll
Yep.
talk about the price
and
later.
Save your food, save your environment.
Yep.
$159.57.
Yep.
And then the
Instapot.
Instapot, 20701 electric pressure cooker.
Yep.
And then
Catchy indoor
get rid
insect
of
trap.
get rid of those
Rid of the pesky bugs.
oh god, gross.
And then $39.99.
The Renpho Active Massage Gun Deep Tissue Massager and
That's
the
right.
Sunjo, which we love so much. You can see in the third box.
It's marked down today. $166.13. They're just choosing prices there.
Well,
I
I
love
mean, it's starting to get a little chill in places,
it is starting to get a little chill.
but not
However,
here, not in LA.
Still need to clean your
What's
car.
today? Going to be like 80
it's
something?
like 80 degrees out. Yeah.
Love LA so much.
Yeah, that's why all the. Never mind, yeah.
Oh, wait, what was that? What was that?
Theragun Elite handheld electric 329 flat.
And apparently Hawaii has a monopoly on shaved ice because Kyle's from Jersey, so you know.
I never understood where
You
the
were so
Hawaii
funny.
got this monopoly
Wait,
over
wait,
shaved
you
ice.
were so funny. Can I just say this about you and Carrie Ann?
Yeah.
You were like,
Where is it
Carrie Ann,
not?
you were like, did you get my inside joke about Hawaiian shaved ice? And
Yeah.
she was like, no, what's your inside joke? You were like, why does it have to be from Hawaii? She's
Right.
like, well, if there's anywhere that needs ice, it's Hawaii. And you were
It's just
like,
that if there's anywhere there is ice, there's
no,
Hawaii. I was like,
that needs
it's
ice.
the last place
I
that
thought it was that needed ice.
it needs ice. Would have clarified it.
Oh, that's what she said.
No, she was like that there is ice, and I was like, there's not ice in
Oh,
Hawaii.
it was so funny. And you were like, that's like skiing in Texas.
Yeah.
It was so funny watching the two of you. You should both have your own show, and I would love to produce it. Moving right along. The Jackery, if you want to rhyme and rap like me, or if
Shelly
you
Show.
just you want to charge your battery. Hey, you see what I did
With
there?
Zachary. I'll stop.
Backing me.
Michelle's the
in a
rapper. I
factory.
can't. I don't have the. Never mind.
The Aquasonic Black Series Ultra Whitening Toothbrush.
That's a good price.
And you can have a beautiful smile like yourself and myself.
Yep. There we go. Caloric Max AFO 47267.
Kyle loves this
I
thing
love it. It's $199
because he
flat.
can see that the food is cooking.
Who doesn't want to watch? You want to see if the food's cooked, especially
Why do you
chicken.
wanna
It's a
watch?
tough meat to cook.
Why would you want to watch?
I love to watch.
Okay.
Sounded wrong. But let's move right along. Brother, it's I
This
just,
is a
it's
rated
Thursday.
G show.
It's
I
a
just-
rated G
what's
show.
happening
Okay,
here?
you guys settle down over there. I can hear you behind the camera.
Well, you
okay?
can hear yourself while you talk.
I could. I
about
think it's my own
it.
subconscious. Just be like,
I
oh,
started
good.
laughing. You started laughing. We all
Dirty
started
boy.
laughing.
Presto 03430 Pizzazz plus rotating
Does
oven.
not come with Miss Texas, but it does come
does.
with cardboard. If you're
It
not
does.
getting any of these inside jokes, make sure to follow Sway TV
Yep.
and good_day live on Instagram and good_day live on TikTok.
I left the cardboard on one time because we had a hot guest. What am I going to do about it?
You were-
Revlon 3 barrel
Thank
jumbo.
God it wasn't that hot because you would have burned down the place.
Place
Let's
almost went in
just say
flames.
that. Yeah,
We'll
she's
let
my
it go.
best friend, by the way. You're welcome.
I just like going with that story. I think it was just me being clumsy, but we'll attribute it to
It was you being clumsy.
yeah,
and,
KitchenAid
You know.
Classic Series stand mixer. It has a tilt head. I'm pretty sure still
Yeah.
$299. Ultra large air fryer.
Yep.
We demoed with pineapple. It's delicious. $89.99.
Yep. And then the Flybird weight bench, and then the espresso machine, which we need to get into the studio.
Yep.
Actually, we really don't.
Marked
but
off
it'd be
$100.
cool. And the LG 86-inch class Nano 75 series. Alexa is part of it. I don't know why
You're looking at
Alexa and Siri have to be, female, but it is what it is.
Oh yeah, you went on that kick yesterday. I
I
had nothing
like
for
that.
you. I had nothing for you there.
What? I like being like, go Alex. What's the weather today? Not Alexa.
I feel like if they were both male, then we'd also have an issue.
Why? Says who?
I'll let it go.
Okay.
Lux Fernie vanity mirror with makeup lights, $139.80. Do you have a vanity mirror?
What?
Do you have a vanity mirror?
No.
Oh, I would have expected you to.
Really?
I don't know why. Yeah.
I did at one point.
I mean, I do know why, but ring stick-up cam,
Wait,
battery,
what?
HD
Why
security,
do you know why?
$99.99.
You do
You're
know
glam.
Oh, I mean,
You love your glam.
I
Exactly.
mean, I don't
It's
wear
not
that. I
facetious.
don't wear that much makeup. I just put a little bit of a red lip.
Oh, yeah, that's right. That's right. It's for makeup. I thought it was just for staring at yourself.
Wait,
With-
what?
With great lighting.
Oh, I wouldn't do that.
No?
Maybe if I were on a Broadway
It's
show,
called
I
a
would do
vanity
that.
mirror. So.
Okay.
In vain? No. Bose Quiet Comfort 45 Bluetooth wireless 329.
And
Flat.
yeah.
Here we go.
Yep.
We're coming.
This thing?
We're coming.
This thing?
I usually put them on when you're talking. It's
Yeah. If we go to New York.
great sound.
You know, Natasha Graziano was in New York.
Was she?
Yeah.
How'd she do?
She had a billboard
Really?
in Times Square.
Stop it.
No.
I gotta
Truly.
call her and tell her congratulations.
You should.
That's
Do you have her
amazing.
number?
Do I?
You can DM her.
I'll DM her.
Yeah, and she was also on Tamron Hall.
She was on Tamron Hall. I saw that. I saw a clip
You
of
saw
that.
that?
That's
It's
great.
cool, right?
But she still
Shout out
plays,
to Natasha Graziano, one
Yes.
of our first guests that came on the show.
Being Until You Become It, books out on Amazon and everywhere else.
Yeah.
Barnes & Noble, you can get it. She still throws our clips out there.
She does because
Of
the show
our
is
interview.
amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Are
Are we done here?
we done here?
Are we done here?
Oh my gosh, we're not
Can we get
done.
our guest? I'm ready to get our guest.
Oba Baba Tunde is
Yeah.
in the building. We're so excited.
Yes.
Emmy award-winning, Tony nominee, like acting credits up the wazoo.
Right.
He's also the horse whisperer, so we're excited to get him on the show and talk more about that and all the amazing accomplishments that he has done and he's performing. And not today, but performing coming up. And
It's a
we'll be
great
right
balloon.
back after this. Don't go anywhere. We'll
great
be
jacket.
right back with Mr. Oba Baba Tunde.
Let's sway. Let's sway.
We'll be right back.
So here is our Jackery. Unbox it. You want to get it charged up. You use this fantastic charger over here. This is the output over there. And it has an extra cable like this with the ability to charge it in your car. So that is really cool. So we have it all charged up. It has here, you can press on the display. You can see now that it is not drawing any power, it is not bringing in any power, and it is 99% charged, which is cool. So as you want to use all your separate things, you can turn on the little lights and it will show you, as you can see there, that now you can draw power out of them, or you can turn them off just like you would at home. If you want to leave something plugged in but not having it draw power, there you can turn it off. So let's have some fun and see what our Jackery can fire up. So in the past, we have used the Jackery to light up our lives with Govee. We have charged our cell phones, and we have done a few other things. But we've even lit up the AeroGarden. How amazing is that we were able to light up the AeroGarden? But today we're going to push the Jackery to the limit, and we are going to take a look at the This Works. What's this? This Works car vacuum. Awesome, very cool. And we could even take a look at Tambi used it. And how amazing is this? Oh my goodness. You can just keep on going and going and going. You can get into every little nook and cranny in your car with all of this. How awesome. So this is what we're going to do. We're going to stick it into our Jackery. Let's do it this way so you guys can see what I'm doing. Turn it on. The little light and the display have gone on because we are about to fire this up. Thank you, Mr. Jackery. There we go. That is cool. So let's see what else we can fire up today. I mean, that is just so cool. You see, powerful vacuum, Jackery fired it up. Let's have a look at some of the other things that we can fire up today. Let's see. Here we go. So let's try the Levoit air purifier. I mean, this is a high power drawing item, I think. I would imagine so. It's not something that you would generally plug into this little power port here. Amazing. If this works, you know how incredible this must be. So not only is the Jackery used when you are camping or exploring the world in your RV or your car, the Jackery can also be your backup power source for a disaster. you know, disaster preparedness, the Jackery is definitely something that you'd want to have in your home. And like, God forbid there is something and the air is not pure, and now you're stuck in your home, you've got no power, you can't put your air purifiers on. If there's a huge amount of dust in the air, or if there's a big, you know, like we are in California, there could be a huge earthquake, will bring up a lot of dust, but you obviously want to still keep your lungs protected. Let's see if the Jackery not only will give us power, but will also save lives. So plug it in over here. We'll turn it on. And you can see, let's actually put this up a little bit because you'll be able to see the lights. So let's put that, try and see if you can see that there. This all in the name of, okay, there we go. So the little light is on. We have the, did you see that? Okay, turn it on.
Welcome back to Good Day Live. I'm Michelle Mira.
Yes, I'm Kyle Trueblood.
And we have the lovely Oba Babatunde.
Hey guys, magnificent. Thrilled to be here with you, both of you.
So thrilled to have you. I have to read just a little bit about you because for those at home that may not know you, I don't think that's possible, but we're just going to say you're an Emmy winner, a Tony nominee, a 4-time Lifetime Achievement Award winner. You've seen him in movies like Life, How High, That Thing You Do, one of my favorites, Trigger, and with Johnny Depp and Forrest Whitaker in City of Lies, and currently as Dean Fairbanks in Netflix's Dear White People, Amazon's Goliath with Billy Bob Thornton and J.K. Simmons, and as Sherman Moore's dad's Pops on the CBS hit action drama series SWAT. And you're also the Horse Whisperer.
Yes, I am.
I'm so excited to get into. And then you are performing at the Where Art Can Occur Wacko Theater Center's 5th anniversary Wearable Art Gala benefit scheduled for Saturday, October 22nd at 4:30 p.m. at the Barker Hangar in Santa Monica.
Nice.
Welcome to the show.
Thank you so much, and thank you for reading those credits. It's so nice to always hear that career come back at you. You know what I mean?
That's great.
It's incredible. It's incredible. What's your favorite? What's been your favorite so far?
You know, it's so hard to say that because it would be like asking me which one of my children was my favorite. You know what I mean? You know, I have two. Okay. And what happens is that I invest all of myself into the characters that I portray. You know, so, and I've had a wonderful long career, and it continues to go on as you stated. But you know, it's like I can tell you some of the ones that I'm most proud of.
Tell us.
Please.
Okay, well, from the stage in terms of Dreamgirls, because it is iconic, you know what I mean, and you know, giving myself the opportunity along with that original cast of people, that show was created in a workshop, and that's amazing when you think about it. Was the second workshop ever done in the Broadway theater, and the show revolutionized the American theater.
Wow.
So I'm very proud of that. Then there's movies like Philadelphia, you know, where we in turn opened up the door to be able to identify people not by their illness but by their humanity.
Yes.
Then there's Miss Evers Boys, you know, which is again a wonderful production with a stellar cast of the likes of Lawrence Fishburne and Joe Morton and the late great Ossie Davis and Alfre Woodard, and the list goes on, Craig Sheffer. It was just amazing, and the importance of that movie. I've been involved in so many, you know, films that have given me the opportunity to be able to express some of the things that are going on in life presently at that time, and that still carry on till today. Yeah. So there's so many, we could go through each one of them. You know, the comedies are funny and wonderful as well, you know, but I always tend to want to fully realize human beings. That's my claim.
And it comes across so much. I mean, you've been in so many projects that were like the cornerstone of culture. The culture kind of made a turn based on this movie.
Yes.
Dreamgirls, Miss Evers Boys.
Yes.
And it touched different types of cultures, right?
Absolutely.
Did you know it was going, like you're in pre-production, you got the role, but you're preparing for the role. Do you know then that it's going to be this monumental?
It's a great question, and it deserves a great answer. You know what? No, seriously. You know, I mean, it's true. You can't ever know, I don't think, because you don't know what, all you know is that you're invested at that moment in that time to be able to present to that audience and to your fellow characters. You know, I am that person at that time.
Yeah.
So I can't be on the outside looking in, judging myself, and be truly honest to the character that I'm portraying.
For sure.
You know what I mean?
For
So
sure.
it's an investment into that. And then when it turns out to be what it turns out to be, I always say, always leave in the arts, always leave room for the miracle.
Oh, I love
Oh,
that.
yeah,
Always
yeah.
leave
A little
room
bit of
for
a
the
chill there.
miracle.
Yeah.
You
A little
did,
bit of a
right?
chill there, yeah.
I love that. I
Yeah,
love that so much.
we met actually through an acting through a project that she wrote actually.
Yeah,
Excellent.
I wrote a
Yeah.
show called The Charlotte Chronicles, and I always came out. I came out here for acting.
Yes.
And I did get parts and all that, and I just felt like I wasn't getting what I wanted.
Yes.
And I just heard this nagging voice saying, like, just make it, just make your
Yes.
own stuff.
Yes.
Make your own stuff. So in 2020, I adopted a very small dog, and all these crazy stories started to happen and
I love
flood
it.
in. And I created this show, and Kyle played my love interest on the show.
Right.
Where's the paddle? Oh, the paddle. We're not
Yeah,
dating.
we're not dating.
He played my love interest on the show,
Yeah.
and was so great in it. And
But it was just so interesting because we met in the scene, and just speaking on what you just spoke about bringing all of yourself to a character.
Yes. Yes.
And all of your and so it was like we felt like we were meeting in real life. Even
Yes.
though we were playing two characters, but I think it was there was so much chemistry even on camera then.
yeah.
Because
That's awesome.
we had brought a lot of humanity just to this love story.
Well, you know what? You know, the chemistry is real.
Yeah.
You know,
Right.
it's sincere, and that's what we ultimately want to do. Is that you're real human beings? And respectful suggestion, that voice is never wrong.
Mm.
Yes.
That voice that you heard inside of you, it's the voice that's given to you. You see, I always tell people always say, what advice do you have for people that want to be in the entertainment industry? And I say they cannot take from you what they did not give to you. Your gifts, your talents, and your abilities, those were given to you. You heard that voice, and you were wise enough. You were wise enough to follow that. And look, here we are today.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
You know, you just put it out there. And with the intention, it comes back. It always will. I can tell you that because I'm living proof of that. I always say self-praise is no praise, so I'm not saying that to big myself up.
No.
But I can tell you that there is a difference between good and great. And when you, to thine own self, what? Be true.
Wow.
You know what I mean? It's not just a statement. It's a reality. And so here we sit today. You know,
Wow.
thank you for inviting me. I'm thrilled to be here.
Thank you
This
for
is great.
being here. I mean,
This is great.
I feel I was gonna cry just then. I was like
I've had like
holding
3
it back,
chills
holding
already.
it back.
I've had 3 chills already.
it's-
Yeah, go on.
It's so cool. I mean, before we went live,
Mhm.
when did you get the voice to act? When was that
You know,
given to
that
you?
that the thing about that is that I think it chooses you. You don't choose it.
Right.
You know, so it's always there.
Right.
You know what I mean? You'll find that it's not just acting.
Yeah.
It's the course of your life. But the key is when you start paying attention, okay? Because
That is
success
Oh.
is a journey, not a destination.
Right.
Ah,
Right. Right.
You are just
right.
preaching to my soul right
Yeah,
now.
yeah, yeah. We're
You
both
know?
just downloading your thoughts right now.
just down. I mean,
Um,
total down.
Speaking of downloading, we were right before we started the show, before the camera started rolling. I apologize. We were having a great conversation. You were speaking about your mother and her advice to you,
Yes.
and having an inside intuition.
Yes, yes. What she said, which is very simple, and then I'll give you a story which is associated with that, if I may, is that she said there's 2 things you can never do with a closed hand and a closed heart. You cannot give, nor can you receive.
Yes.
So open your hand and open your heart and watch what happens.
Yes.
I've tried to live my life like that, and I continue to do that. You know, and you were complimenting me kindly about you saying, "Wow, I've seen you, you know, for many, many years, and you still look the same."
Because he hasn't aged. I'm catching up to him. We're almost similar. Like I've been watching him since I was a kid. It's great. It's great.
And you know what I said to my friend, I said, listen, it's my friends, a lot of them say, Oba, we know what you really look like. You must have a picture somewhere that shows what you really look like. And I was saying, though, that the outward manifestation is a result of an internal circumstance. And so that is what I believe, is that who you are. I have another saying. I have a bunch of them. They'll probably come out in these conversations that we're having today. Is that your do is not necessarily your who. Your do is what affects change in your life, but your who is how you affect change in someone else's life. And at the end of the day, you see, I'll give you the story about how that manifests in my life, and why it can manifest in yours. Mrs. Smith, Miss Alma Smith, was the mother of my best friend growing up. One day I came home from school. I must have had a bad day, okay? And she, for whatever reason, took my chin in her hands, pulled it up so I could look up and see her, and she said, she never knew what happened. I don't even remember what it was. But she said, it's going to be okay because you're special. And for whatever reason, guys, I heard her. And for whatever reason, I believed her. And I sit here today as a repository of that statement. And the reason I share that story with you is that we all, the viewers and you guys and everybody in the studio, we all have the ability to be an Alma Smith in someone's life, that they can be having a difficult day and you could look at them and say to them, it's going to be okay because you're special, and they may hear you and go on to be able to tell that story to someone else as I'm sharing it with you.
Wow, it's so true.
Did you hear that?
Yeah.
Be kind all the time. You never know who's listening and how they're listening.
Yeah, you never know what somebody's going through, and it's my heart. I just felt that so hard.
I'm gonna have to cut so I can just digest
No,
this all.
no. It's so beautiful. Your do is not your who. Is what
Your
you said?
do is not necessarily your who. Your do is what affects change in your life. But your who is how you affect change in someone else's life. And you know, they say that if you've been able to affect change in just someone's life in your walk, then your living has not been in vain.
Wow.
So identify that. You're doing that right now. You're doing that right now. You're affecting change in someone's life. They're watching. And for that moment that you came into their life, you're affecting change. So guess what? Right now you can live saying, I know today my living has not been in vain. I met Joe across the street at the parking lot,
Joe,
right?
we love
Great
Joe.
guy, great guy,
Yes.
right? He directed me right here. But guess what? Joe, while he's working, that's his job, but that's his due. That's not necessarily who he is. Who he is the guy that I met that said, oh, I know where you're going. You know, it's right across the street over there and directed me here. See, he affected change in my journey by who he is. He didn't have to say anything. Could have gave me the ticket and that would have been that. But he didn't. And that's your due. So that's the deal.
I love that. Piggybacking on that, I was a nanny. So I came out here for acting. Nothing was really coming to fruition for me, and I was a nanny. And I was so grateful to have work, but also I was really beating myself up, being like, why is it not happening? I don't understand. I'm so like this and that. And then I had a very, very clear thought. It's not what you do, it's how you do.
Yes.
And so when I had that thought and that came to me, it took a while for it to come to me. It changed everything. Like everything, like almost added like a musical element to the day, because before I was like, why me? And I can't believe this, and I'm not performing. But then I started to look at all like the things that I was like being given in that moment, and like how I was like, okay, if I was acting right now and I'm doing this while I'm acting and I'm not grateful for the acting, like that's how I do.
Absolutely.
So I was like, I gotta change this around. I gotta
See, you got it. You got it. And if I can piggyback on what you said, I've identified there's only two definitives in life. Yes and or no. And a choice at either one of those definitives moves your life forward. People don't realize that. Yes, I'm going to do that. You move your life forward. No, I'm not going to do that. It moves your life forward. It's the time in between in which you discern, right? But don't stay in there too long, right? Make a choice, because results come from choices and actions, not intentions.
Yeah.
Choices come from, I'm going to say it again
Okay,
because
please.
sometimes
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
people listen. Results come from actions, not intentions.
Right.
So if you make a choice and the choice you identify is not the best choice, guess what? Make a different choice.
Right.
Yeah.
Don't stay with that choice that's not, well, and I went through that. You know what I mean? There's another one I got that this is kind of
Please,
funny.
Get
we
married
love
to
Is
it.
that
choices.
is that
Mm.
there is a difference between relative and family.
Mm.
You had no choice in who your relatives are.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
We can be family because family is how one treats one.
Right.
I love that.
Right.
So don't get caught up, because a buddy of mine said to me, man, my brother makes me sick, man. I said, well, then why you deal with him? Well, he's my brother. I said, you had no choice in that.
Right.
That was your parents' choice.
Right.
right.
You didn't
You
sign up for it.
inherited that situation.
Right.
Okay? All right. If he wasn't your brother, would you deal with him? No. Well, then stop dealing with him then.
Yeah,
You know what I
exactly.
mean?
No guilt
so,
there, right.
So that also removes guilt, because there's a misconception
Mm-hmm.
that you are forced into something. Choice. You have a choice in your life, and don't let anyone take that choice from you.
Oh,
That's good.
you are
That's
just
great.
serving this show
Right?
in so many ways. It's so, I mean,
I'm gonna listen to this conversation before going into my next audition.
yeah.
Audition. Let me give you something to
Give
that.
him
Okay?
something. He's an
Both of you.
incredible
Watch this.
actor.
Watch this. Watch this. I want you to remove the terminology from the lexicon of audition
Mhm.
and replace it with opportunity.
Is that Diana Castle?
Huh?
Is that Diana Castle?
No, that's Oba Opportunity.
I love it.
You know what I mean?
I love
You know
it.
what I mean?
Yeah.
But I know that there are many people that said, because you say, today I have an audition. You've
Yeah.
already given the power to someone else.
Yeah. Yeah.
Today I have an opportunity.
I love
Okay?
My coach
that.
says that all the time.
And,
yeah.
and then guess what? You go, everybody that's going to go into that opportunity, right?
Mhm.
No one's going to be you.
Right.
And no one can be a better you than you.
Right.
So now the requirement is on for you
Right.
or myself to be the best me at what I'm doing as possible. That's on me.
That's
See,
a better game.
that's it. Because think about this. If you go into that situation with, hey guys, I know a lot of people have read for this part. Wait till y'all see what I got for you. Now, okay, I teach a master class from time to time.
I was going to ask you that.
Yes,
Like, where
yes,
can we go?
yes.
That's amazing.
And I tell people, I said, listen, I can increase. They said, oh, but you work all the time. I said, well, I can help you increase your booking rate. I'm in. What do I got to do?
Mhm.
I said, well, it's really simple, but then you got to actually do it.
Mhm.
Okay. And that is one, identify that you are prepared. So get prepared.
Mhm.
Do the work that it's required of, right? And I'm not interested in the pearl. I'm interested in the string of pearls. What are you referring, Oba? The gig, the job is the pearl, but the career is a string of pearls.
Mhm. Mhm.
Nothing you do is wasted.
Yep.
Okay? So everything that you invest is like if we had a piggy bank.
Mhm.
If we had a piggy bank, for those of you that may be not mature enough in terms of your life, a piggy bank was a bank that you put nickels, dimes, quarters, pennies, silver dollars in it. Now, when that bank reaches its capacity, the smallest denomination known in American currency, the penny, can break it open. You don't need a dollar to break it open. A penny could break it open. And then what do you have? You have the residual of your investment. You have the residual of your investment. Everything that you put in there is there. It's the same thing with your careers in your life.
Wow.
Everything you put in there is there waiting, man. And it's going to break open. And what happens? You take that investment and you reinvest it in you.
Mm.
You get a bigger bank, right?
Mhm.
If you got a sponge, this is what happens to people that don't understand this concept, and I give it to you in this way. If you have a sponge and you have a bucket of water, once you put the sponge in that bucket of water, depending upon the size of the sponge becomes saturated. It can then hold no more water, correct?
Correct.
So if you want to hold more water, you got to get a bigger sponge.
For sure.
Okay, so
Yeah.
that if you do that, guess what happens? It just keeps growing and growing and growing and growing. Then you don't get caught up in someone saying, "Oh, well, will it ever be enough?" They say, "Well, Joe got four or five cars. He don't need 4 or 5 cars." He said, "Wait a minute. Joe doesn't have 4 or 5 cars because he needs them. He has them because he wants them." Generally, when somebody tells you what you need, they've determined what that is, as opposed to you determining it.
Choices again.
Choices.
Yes.
Choices, bro.
Gotta
Choices.
live there. Gotta
You
live
know what I mean?
there. Yeah.
So that what it is that if you did that that opportunity to the best of your ability, it went into the bank. Whether you get that particular gig or not is not the point, because it's going to come back to you. I had it happen to me in my life. In 1978, I was co-starring in a world tour with Liza Minnelli.
Wow.
Okay, we were doing a world tour. There was a young lady. Her name is Tina Fortenberry. I remember it to this day. Okay, Tina Fortenberry. Young girl, I'm coming into the theater. We would do 4 shows, have a couple of days off, and we would go to the next venue. Okay, so I come in, 4th show. She had been there at the stage door at every show. She goes, "Hi, Oba." I go, "You here again tonight?" She says, "Yes, but it's sold out." I said, "Well, you've seen it enough times. You could be in the show." I laughed, went inside, and for nothing other than what I'll identify as a random act of kindness, I went out and I said to security, "Hey, she's with me. Come on in." I brought her in. I put her in a chair in the wings, way out of everybody's way. I said, "Enjoy the show. Stay out of everybody's way." Right? Didn't see her again. 20 years later, I'm trying to get into this movie that I ultimately ended up getting into, called Life, with Eddie Murphy and Martin Lawrence.
Wow.
They would not see me. No. Tell Oba, we love him, we know his work, nothing in it for him. I'm like, it's about some black men on a work camp. Let me in the room at least.
Yeah.
Give me a shot.
And there was a lot of roles in there.
Okay. So, nah, can't do it.
Yeah.
All right. After we let it go, about 2 weeks later, my agent says, "Hey, they say they want to see you." I go in, the casting director is sitting there. She says, "We're going to put you on tape." The director is on the phone. "Hey, good to see you, man. Good to see you." And I do it on tape, right? We get the call. You booked it, okay?
Amazing.
All right? 3rd lead in the movie,
Wow.
okay?
Yeah.
All right? All right. So now, the first day I go to work, I'm walking from my trailer to the set.
Yeah.
Someone comes up to me and goes, "Hi, how do you do? My name is Tina Fortenberry." I said, "Oh, it's nice to meet you." She says, "Well, I've actually met you twice before." She said, "You did Philadelphia, right?" I said, "Yes." She said, "I was a PA on that. That was one of my first jobs." She says, "And but you did something very nice for me." She said, "I'm the assistant to the UPM on the show." Okay. And she says, "And when I saw your name on the list, I didn't understand why they wouldn't bring you in. And I would go in every day and say, 'He's really good. You should bring him in. He's really good.'" She says, "I kind of think they brought you in just so I wouldn't come into the office anymore." She said, "But then you came in, you auditioned. Brian Grazer saw that and said, 'That's the guy I want.' So she says, 'You got it on your own merit, but I would like to believe that somehow I was able to be instrumental in helping that happen."
Wow.
20 years
Wow,
later.
I'm
So
getting
that's
chills.
earlier, my earlier point to nothing is wasted.
Yes.
Everything you invest will bring a return.
Wow.
Okay?
Yeah.
Wow. Wait, I mean, it was already like a major gift that you were coming today, but like,
Yeah.
who would have thought that we would give so many more gifts?
No, that's great. It's for the aspiring actors out there who just want like that big gig right now. If you listen to Oba for like 10 minutes, you can understand
Yeah.
how to really carry yourself, and don't let that beat you up too much if you haven't had your big break yet. It's not about that.
Right.
It's about
Exactly.
the journey, and you
It's
put it in
about the
so many
journey.
eloquent words. I think they can. I think they get it now.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's about the journey.
Yeah.
As I said earlier, success is not a destination. It's a journey.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I mean, because my youngest son, one time I said to him, I said, "Listen, when you grow up, I want you to write for me." At that time, he was like 15 years old. I said, "I want you to write for me what it is that you want to do when you grow up," right? So about 3-4 days later, he comes back and says, "Dad, I got that." You know what I mean? And I said, "Okay, now before I read it, I'm going to read it. If you have accomplished all of that, I want you to go and write now what you're going to do after that."
Okay.
See, because what happens is that, think about it. If you said, "Well, I want to do this," and you did it, right? Now what?
Yeah.
So understand it's the journey,
The journey.
not the destination.
Yeah.
Ah.
So many gold words from Mr. Oba Babatunde.
Yes.
I don't. Do you want to move on to the horse? To the horse whisperer stuff?
I do. I'm just taking it all in. I need
Yeah.
a moment. It's so
Right?
good.
I need a moment,
It's
right?
so good. And so, I mean, it's just the truth.
It's powerful. Yeah,
It's
it's
very
good.
powerful.
Yeah.
I feel that way very much every day. super, super grateful to be here. Kyle is an incredible actor, and he didn't.
thanks.
You're welcome. Didn't intentionally, because I created another show called Dream On,
Yes.
where I interview people that are pursuing their dream lives at all different stages and ages and backgrounds. And Kyle came on the show, which we filmed here, which we, actually haven't done in a while. And he sat in your chair, and we were sitting and we're talking. He's telling me about his journey as an actor, and he goes, "I just want to connect with people."
There you go.
And I said, "That's awesome." But then I was like, "So it's all about connection." So I was like, "So you don't have to act." And he goes, "You know what? I like directing and producing and writing." And he just made a short film recently. But when he was sitting in the chair, he goes, "Maybe I'm supposed to be a host."
Hey, look.
And
it's-
then now he's here
Here I am.
hosting. He's still acting. He's
You know.
still acting, but it's really cool
Absolutely.
because
Yeah.
he's so
Well,
good
there's-
at it.
Thank you,
that's a
thank you.
great story, and
Yeah,
I'm
isn't
glad you
it?
told it because it does give those that are watching today that sense of it's not so finite.
Right.
Mhm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You had to. There's these terms, that they become slogans rather than what are they born out of, right? Seek and ye shall find, okay? Well, the reason you have those shoes, I have these boots, you have your shoes, you have this, because we look for it to put it on.
Yeah. Yeah.
So look for what it is, and guess what happens? You will find it, and that leads you to the next step.
Right.
It leads
right.
you to the next step. If otherwise, you're putting a restriction on your own journey.
Right.
Yeah, that's what it was really. I to piggyback off what you just said, I was sitting in your chair, and that's what I was like. Oh, wait, I think I'm still in my journey here,
Yes, man.
right? Like you helped me separate the who from the do,
Yeah.
you know.
Ooh,
And I was like,
nice.
oh, okay, yeah. Like who I am could do this hosting thing. Doing is just irrelevant at this point. So yeah.
Yes, and you're wonderful at it.
You
Thank you.
are.
Thanks.
Both of you are.
Thank
You both are, really, sincerely.
I
You
appreciate
know what I mean?
you.
Yeah.
I'll just share quickly with you why I say that. Not just to pay you a compliment, but the great hosts of the period, what they have is the ability that I've identified is the ability to engage the person that they're interviewing.
Mhm, mhm.
Okay, so there's a way that you can do that. You guys have mastered that. There is a comfort that exists between the two of you, and there's a realness that you connect with the person.
Yeah.
So you open that person up. I've done tons of interviews,
I'm
and
sure.
sometimes that person interviewing you, they haven't done their homework.
Mhm, mhm.
Okay, and then they go, "So, how are you today? And tell us, how'd you get started?" No, now you're identifying. You mean from the very beginning? That was a long time ago.
Yeah.
This morning, what do you?
And that interview just goes,
Mhm,
right?
mhm, mhm.
I saw Johnny Carson one time was talking about he was interviewing a guy that was a fighter pilot, and the guy wasn't very talkative,
Mhm.
right?
Mhm.
And he was asking him, things. Oh, and the guy would just go, "Yeah,
Oh.
well, yeah." He said, and so he was like, "Oh man, this is going not in a good direction." And he then asked him. He says, "Tell me what it's like when you're in the heat of battle." The guy went, "When I get behind that cockpit, and all of a sudden, the world
Wow.
Yeah.
and
Yeah,
it
yeah,
wasn't
yeah.
like because that person is not a show business individual.
Right,
They may
Mhm.
not be comfortable sitting in that
Yeah.
chair with millions of people watching.
Right.
Mhm.
But
Of
when you
course.
put that person in a situation where they can talk freely,
Mhm.
and you
Mhm.
guys have that. You've
Thank
done that. So
you.
allow me to compliment you on
Oh,
that.
Thank you.
that
Appreciate it.
means so much.
Yeah.
This all means so much.
I mean,
in so many
gotta
ways.
thank you. You had the eye. You were like, oh, we should get Kyle in as a host for sure.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, of course.
Yeah.
I always look out for you.
I miss you.
Always,
It's my
always,
agent.
Kai. I'm not your agent, but I'll take a cut. I'll take the cut. I mean, you are so generous with everything that you've learned along the way and all the amazing things that have happened to you. You totally deserve. You almost saw me. I almost started like crying
Yeah.
with the snot coming out of my nose. Tell me how you got the term. I'm gonna take a different segue. Horse whisperer. How did this happen for you?
Yeah.
Well, a horse whisperer
Yeah.
is different than a trainer.
Okay.
Okay.
A trainer trains the horse or the person.
Okay.
A horse whisperer is one that connects with the horse in terms of understanding and identifying the language of the creature.
Wow.
Okay? Horses I love because it's such a departure from the industry. They're prey animals, thusly they have no ego.
Oh, I
So
love.
therefore it's pure spirit.
Oh, wow.
So to be able to connect with a creature that is pure spirit, for me, is a blessing. I know that what I invest is going to come back. It's not going to be, oh man. See, with horses, you can't bribe them into caring for you. So someone gives a horse a carrot or a lump of sugar and they go, and the horse follows them and they go, oh, it likes me now. No, it likes the lump of sugar or it likes the carrot. It will accept it from you, me, in a bucket on the ground. It doesn't attach a particular affinity of where the origin of the treat came from.
Like a dog.
Right, like a dog.
Right.
And then somebody says, well, why is that? Because dogs are predatorial. So you get it from, getting food is your motivation to survive. Prey, fright, and flight. So you can't give that horse. The only way that I've identified to earn, and I underscore the word earn, a horse's trust is through investment of time and consistency of behavior, which is, I think, something that if we adopt, we'll be much better human beings.
For sure.
Because you don't have to worry about somebody going, God, you're a great actor, man. You're the best. And then you walk away and go, he ain't all that.
Right.
It's hard, though. It's hard.
Yeah.
But the deal is that with horses, you never have to worry about that.
Love that.
You're not dealing with that ego or that false ego. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And what you give is what you get. Now, the key that I have found to horse whispering is the language of the horse. We could have sat here and had this wonderful conversation today, but if we weren't speaking a language that either of us understood, we would get the emotional sentiment, but we
rarely
wouldn't
seen.
understand the details.
Right.
Same thing, if I'm going to communicate with that horse, I've got to speak its language. It's never going to learn my language. It understands, oh, there's a reason that we communicate with horses, whether they're 2 years old or 30 years old, in the same way. Oh, easy. It's not like, you've had the horse 20 years and you go, listen, today, Patchy boy, we're going to go to the trail or we're going to go up Skyline. And the horse would understand that. No, every time you get with that horse, you have to communicate with it what you're going to do. And you've got to communicate with it in a way that it understands.
Right.
So that's what I went and I learned all about the anatomy, the
Wow.
way that horse works, the way that horse communicates, the way that horse. I rodeoed, you know what I mean?
Wow.
And it's something that I love, and I still do it to this day.
And this is footage from Horse Talk.
Yes, this is.
Your show.
Yes, it's a show I created.
It's incredible.
And I had Morgan Freeman on the show. I had Jim Pickens Jr. on the
Wow.
show. And what it does is it gives people the access to understanding how to communicate. And that's the little piece of the video there. This particular owner brought me his horse, and he was, pulling the horse, and the horse wouldn't walk forward.
Right.
Well, the horse moves away from pressure. So I said, rather than pulling on the horse, take a step to the side of the horse. Now the horse can balance itself and resist you in this way. Step to the side of that horse, and it's now slightly off balance. And once it's moving, it then goes with you.
That is so.
I just noticed you started walking and the horse just went with you. I was like, that's a 2,000-pound animal, just
Exactly.
at his beck
That's
and call.
my one of my rodeo horses that I competed with for 1 year, 4 years. Her name is Tess, and what I was showing in that video was that if I am asking the horse to move in a particular direction and I step in front of that horse's shoulder, the horse is going to do one of two things. It's going to stop, or it's going to turn and go the opposite way, because I'm creating a barrier. And it's not looking to go into the pressure. It's prey, so it's moving away from the pressure.
Okay.
But again, it's not, I said horse talk. Everybody loves horses. Everybody loves horse talk. Even the horses and then the horse you see go.
I love it.
I love it.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, horses are so beautiful. And I mean, I think that's so what you said about stepping to the side. I feel like it's kind of, it's, you know, very much like us as human beings.
Yes.
You know, when we're pulled, we don't want to be pulled.
I agree.
But if we're, you know, maybe like
Shown the way.
Showing the way, but you know, not being pulled, a little bit of like being to the side, we can go and feel like not so. Because when I feel pulled, I don't want to go.
Right.
I don't want to do it.
Right.
You know, like
Right.
you got to do this, you got to do that, and I'm like, nope.
Resist it.
You resist it, but if
Absolutely.
there's, you know, like if I am aware,
Encouraged.
Yeah, I do. So I do really well with positive affirmation.
You know, encouraged. Well, for example, you know what I mean? If we're kinetic beings, by that I mean we can feel.
Yeah.
You could be standing outside, we could have been having a conversation. 10 people could walk by, and it's somebody nefarious walks by. You don't know that person, you don't see that person, but you kind of go,
Yes.
right? You just feel that.
Yes.
Yeah.
You're kinetic. So if I say to you, let me get past you here, and I'm pushing you this way, you feel resistance. I say, would you mind if I step past you? You go, oh, sure, Oba. You know what I mean?
Right.
So that, you're very in tune with that.
Yeah.
You know, hold on to it.
I am.
Hold on to it.
I've had it ever since I was super little. Very, very, very sensitive to feelings and emotions, and it's been a journey, as you say.
Doing
Like
great.
it's been a
Continues.
journey.
You're doing great.
And thank you. And this flew by. We only have a couple more minutes with you.
Really?
I want people
wow.
to. These are your camera. This is your camera over here.
Yes.
Tell people where they can see you. I know you're performing this weekend. How they
Yes,
can-
at Waco.
Yes.
And it's a wearable art, wonderful organization. Richard Lawson and Tina Knowles Lawson, they have created this. Waco is their wonderful theater, you know. And they do this event, and I'm going to be there, and I'm thrilled that they've asked me to be a part of it. I'm playing the mayor.
Yes, it's awesome.
It's a good mayor voice, too.
Yes.
That's great mayor voice. Yeah.
You know, but I'm not hard to find. You know, my name, Oba Babatunde, it's O-B-B-A, last name B-A-B-A-T-U-N-D-E. What is interesting about that is Babatunde, it's Nigerian in origin. It's loosely translated. It means the spirit of the grandfather has returned in the child.
Wow.
And for the last 5 generations, all the firstborn males in my family have been born same day to same month.
Wow.
Next time you invite me back, we'll go
Yeah,
into
yeah,
that.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
Come
But
back.
but
Much
there's
to cover.
you know. But thank you so much, guys, for inviting me. I had a wonderful time.
Thank you for
Hope
coming.
to see you again.
Oh.
We had an absolute pleasure with you. You're just an incredible human and a wonderful talent. And
Yes.
we're so grateful. And we're grateful for all our viewers that tuned in today. What a special treat we had. Wherever you are, whatever you're doing, find the good in your day and spread it to whomever you may. And we will see you all tomorrow. Have a good day and let's play.
That's right.
Bye, guys. That's awesome.
Love it. Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Oh,
So
thank you.
meaningful.